plant mail is here. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. I'm so stoked. I ordered this from Palmstreet from the shop Poise and Ivy Botanicals. Wow. It came in a Dunkin' Donuts cup. Oh. What? I got a freebie? Oh my gosh, that's so nice. What is it gonna be? They gave me a free plant. What? Okay. They gave me little stickers too. Oh, that just popped right off. And there's one right here. Okay. Oh, she's so pretty. Oh my goodness. Hi, nerd. See this? Gotta get all this out. Wow. Oh, something's been eating through the leaves. Did that just happen? That's so sad. Okay, I gotta figure out how to get this out. I'm gonna get my soil mat out first. But I'm super excited about this. Freebie red, I can't read that. Anderson node? That is so nice that they gave me a free plant. Thank you, Poise and Ivy. All right, got my soil mat out. Oh, it's in some sphagnum moss and perlite in here, gently. There it is. Okay. Wow. It is so beautiful. This is a Macotis Petoled Jewel Orchid. Not sure if I said that right. In the right lighting, all of this veining looks like electricity. You can almost kind of see the glow. It just pops as the light comes through. Oh, this is gonna be amazing. So I gotta get all this moss off. I don't want to damage the roots, so there it is. There's a piece of bark. He's so gentle. Luckily, most of the moss is just falling off itself. I don't want to tug on it too hard. I'm pretty sure that's as clean as I'm gonna get it, and I really hope I didn't pull off any roots. I don't think I did. This root is stuck in this bark or whatever it is. Same with this. I'm gonna leave it there because the root is seriously attached. I am a little bummed about the holes in the leaves. I didn't see any pests in the cup or the moss, but there is this little bug that's dead on the underside of the leaf. It looks like a type of fly. I don't think burning would happen in a hole like that. Usually that happens on the edges of the leaves. I could be wrong though. So I'm not sure where that came from. Maybe it was already like that. But look at this baby leaf that popped out of here. There's also new foliage at the top. So overall, it's looking healthy and I'm excited to grow it in my house. I'm about to open this freebie. I looked it up. Red Anderson is a type of philodendron. It's also known as Pink Knight philodendron. It's a cross between White Knight and Pink Princess philodendrons. So let's open it up. I am so stoked about this. What's in here? Ah, got tape on me. We're just gonna plop it out. Okay, did I find a root? I did. There's more roots in here. Amazing. Yes, look at it. So that's nice, it's already rooted. Ooh, look at that stem. Beautiful red veining in it. Oh my goodness. So if you don't know, a node is the little section like this right here. So they cut so you have the nodes here, and it's already rooted as well. So it's just a form of propagation, of cutting the stem of the plant. Wow, this is exciting. I assume I brought all of these roots down and have this horizontal because I'm assuming this is the growth point. Let's pop. I'm gonna start making my orchid mix. So I have another airtight container that I just got from Walmart. They have a foam seal that helps keep all the moisture in. It's dirt and pest resistant. So that's nice. I was thinking of making an orchid bark mix. However, I'm a little nervous and not sure if this would mold. See, this Coir mix has a lot of beads of moisture around the edge, which is good, but I'm worried that mold could start with the orchid bark. I'm going to make just a small batch just to test it out and see how it does staying in this container before I use all of my stuff. It's still looking really good, except the box smells like plastic. This smells like dirt. I'm gonna just dump a whole bunch of the Coir perlite mix that I already made. I have a different video for this Coir and perlite mix. It's in the video I made of my cactus and succulent soil mix. Okay, that's already plenty. I'm even gonna scoop one more because I don't want to waste it. Nope, it's going back in. We'll start with that. Let's start with the orchid bark. I'm just eyeballing all of this. I'd say maybe 2/3 Coir and 1/3 orchid bark. So let's dump it in here. Oh, the orchid bark smells so good. We'll call that good for now. I have horticultural charcoal. Horticultural charcoal. Horticultural. What? Horticultural. Yeah. Horticultural charcoal. This says 1 cup charcoal to 4 cups potting mix. I'm gonna dump a little bit in there. We'll see what we want. This is already looking really good. The next thing I'm going to add, premium earthworm castings. When I first read this package and saw the spot that says great for compost tea, I was like, what? Because in case you didn't pick up on it, earthworm castings is exactly what you think it is, poop. I was like, people drink this? People make a compost tea to drink and they drink the stuff? That'd be nasty. No, that's not at all what it is. Thank goodness. If there's people out there who do that, please let me know. You do you. Apparently people call this a compost tea when they add the worm castings into some water and it dissolves and becomes a tea for your plants. So the plants would sure love some compost tea to drink, I'm sure. Earthworm castings is essentially just a natural nutrients. The same thing that's outside in your lawn where all of the earthworms live and they poop out the stuff to fertilize your grass. This is exactly what that is. Coir doesn't have a lot of nutrients itself anyway, and so this is gonna give it a boost. It smells like dirt in there. There we go. This is lovely. Why does it actually smell good? Like just fresh soil. It smells really good, but I'm not about to drink it. I'm not about to make myself some compost tea. Got my handy dandy little scoop. Let's do like 3. I've got 1 more scoop. Make that 2. All right, I think we've got ourselves a nice chunky mix. I love that the Coco Coir keeps in the moisture. I think they're gonna be happy in this. Now, I'm a little bit bummed that this doesn't reseal. Here's my little pot that I'm gonna use. Oh, let's get you in some soil. I also have some mycorrhizae inoculant that are healthy microbes for plants. I'm gonna sprinkle it on the roots to help prevent transplant shock. But first, let me get some of this mix in here. Take our precious little plant and we're gonna stick it in here. Here it is. I'm gonna prop it in here, probably like this, and fill in around. I wanna make sure that this leaf is above the soil. Fill in a little bit behind here. Put on our mycorrhizae. I'm gonna fill it in a little bit more because I don't want this much of a gap between the soil and the top of the rim, because I don't want leaves to be growing and touching here. I'm gonna prop the plant up a little bit more. Come on up here. That looks a little better. Ooh, I forgot. I was debating adding diatomaceous earth because of that one fly I found in the little holes in the leaves. I got my diatomaceous earth. Let's put that on top to help with pest prevention. Diatomaceous earth, it's tiny little broken up shells and fossils. Under a microscope, this looks like tiny shards of glass. If there are any larvae that hatch from eggs, the diatomaceous earth will puncture those insects and they will dehydrate to death. So let's kill those possible bugs. I have this tiniest little shovel tool. I'm just gonna sprinkle it on top. Spread it around, get a little bit in between here. Now it does not look very beautiful, I'll admit, but we're all going for prevention over aesthetics at this moment. Hopefully that'll do the trick. I had an idea to cover up this fluffy, weird looking diatomaceous earth on top. I can cover it with orchid bark. I just watered the jewel orchid. I used some distilled water. The nice thing about this clear pot is I can see all of the moisture in the soil. As for my new Red Anderson cutting, I would love to be able to pot this in my new potting mix that I have. I mean, it would probably do well in Coco Coir because it keeps it so moist, but I don't want to shock the plant any more than it probably is. So I want to keep it in this sphagnum moss because that's what it's been used to, at least until it starts sprouting from the new growth point. I am curious if these were aerial roots or not. I'm not quite sure. I mean, there is a chance that they were aerial roots. It also looks like from the aerial roots, they've started to root in sphagnum moss. We're gonna keep it there. So this is what we're using. And it has plenty of perlite. I just don't want to keep it in here too long because I would love to get it acclimated to an actual soil mix. I'll just keep a close eye on it for a while. Make a hole here. Stick those roots in. I need to take some of this out though. I should have done this first before I started filling it all in. Place all those roots in there. Let's just fill it in. Oh, hopefully that's enough to keep it happy. I do want to tilt it, but it's a little difficult for me to tilt it by the way that that root is set. You want to keep the new growth above the soil. I mean, this is moss, but you want to keep the new growth facing up. Here it is. We're gonna leave it in like this. I'll give you updates. Look at this adorable pot I found for my Lightning Bolt Jewel Orchid. I want to address a few things. It's been a few days, like maybe a couple of days since I've repotted it. The holes have kind of dried up and I feel like they've expanded. I think there's even more holes. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm concerned it could be that I put it on the windowsill and it was getting too much light. That's a possibility. To play on the safe side in case there are any pests. I don't see anything, but just in case, I'm going to spray with my homemade insecticidal soap. It has cast iron soap in it and neem oil, and it's diluted in water. Give it a little spritz. It's a little on the soapy side, I think. I might dilute it later. I'm in my bathroom because that's where I just mixed up my soap bottle. That looks pretty soaked. Now, when you spray with any type of insecticidal soap that has oil in it, you don't want to put it in direct light because that can singe and fry the leaves as the light essentially burns the oil on the leaves. Just keep that in mind, put it in a shaded spot if you ever do this. Hello! It's been a month since I got my Lightning Bolt Jewel Orchid and my Red Anderson Philodendron. They're doing good. The Red Anderson Philodendron is doing so great. And the Lightning Bolt Orchid, it's doing okay. I'm gonna go through a run through of the progress that those two plants have made in the last month. So let's go back to when I had recently just potted. I sent a message to the seller on Palmstreet. They're pretty sure that my Lightning Bolt Jewel Orchid is experiencing some shock from adjusting to my environment here. Because when they had that plant, it used to be kept in a terrarium and then a greenhouse where it was 90% humidity. And yeah, here in Utah, it's not even close. I would agree that that would be why the edges of those leaves have kind of shriveled and curled and browned. She also said she thinks the holes in the leaf are from water droplets falling and landing on the leaf and then light hitting it, which can happen in a greenhouse. So that makes sense because with the heat and like the direct sunlight, that can cause that water to essentially boil, just get so hot on that plant and burn the leaf. Yeah, that's where that most likely came from. And then coming here, it was extra shock, being like, oh my gosh, it's so dry here. So what I did do to help with that is I put a cloche on top of my plants. And I was able to get the humidity up to 98%, which is awesome. I left it there for a few days. 4 days after I sprayed that plant and put it under the cloche, you can see the damage has gotten worse, which is a bummer. Ugh, but it's going through a lot of changes, a lot of adjustments and transition. So you can see the smallest leaves have gotten very soft. They're basically just like so soft and like decaying. It was so sad to see that. I feel like it looks like there's some mold on those leaves. I don't know, but there's a chance. I decided to take all of the bark off of the top to help with ventilation. And I decided to wipe the plant gently again using my insecticidal soap. That bottom leaf has curled and browned a lot. So let's cut it off. I used some clean shears. Sad it has to go, but you can see how sorry it looked. There was no photosynthesizing happening here. I also cleaned the cloche to make sure everything was disinfected with whatever's going on. And the next day, I found this happening.
Naughty little guy. Huh? What are you doing in here? What are you doing in there?
I found a fungus gnat flying around inside. When I had put the cloche back on, since I felt like 98% humidity is so high, I decided to leave a gap where the glass meets the base. So there's like some airflow that could come in. Since I left that gap, I don't know if the fungus gnat hatched inside or if it flew in through that gap and got stuck inside. Either way, I killed that sucker. I'll admit it was a struggle to get it to not fly out of the cloche as I'm like squeezing my hand in, but trying not to let it fly out, and I squished it. But yeah. My Red Anderson, however, is doing great. It looks so fantastic. It's a happy camper. Let's look at it on August 5th.
Okay, this growth point is definitely bigger than when I first got it. I'm so excited that the growth point is getting bigger, and I can't wait to see what comes out. Keep growing, little buddy.
Then on August 28th, this thing just been growing so big, it is massive. I'm so proud of it. This new growth is shooting for the stars, and I need to water it. Go do that. And the next day on August 29th, it is poking out even more. It's trying to live. And then September 1st, look at this. Ah, he's trying to pop his first leaf and it's freaking out. It's so cute. It's right there. It just needs to unfurl itself. Oh my goodness. And today, you gotta see this. This leaf really do be leafing. Oh my goodness. Like, incredible. Can you see this? Look at that. This first leaf is already gonna have some variegation. Oh my gosh. It's gorgeous. So amazing. I've left it in this sphagnum moss. I haven't been ready to repot it. And I'm gonna wait for it to finish this first leaf, and then we'll get it in a different pot. Because I want to leave it be as it's working really hard. Oh my goodness. I can't wait for it to open up all the way. It's close. Now my Lightning Bolt Jewel Orchid, however, it's okay. As I said, it's okay. I think there's molds happening on one of those leaves, but I'm leaving it until it looks real dead. But I don't want it to waste energy from the plant. However, there's some new growth happening, so I think it might come back. Let's hope. It do be looking a little sad, but look at this baby leaf has emerged. So proud of it. It might be okay, but this ugly leaf on the left, I think I'll have to chop off eventually. Maybe the other one too. But the new growth, it's trying to make a leaf. Do you see that? It's trying to make a leaf. Yes! So I have had so much fun adding these plants to my collection. Stay tuned, because as you can see, they're just starting. They're gonna keep growing. I'm gonna have to show you when that leaf is completely unfurled. I'm so excited. So I'm gonna have to make a part 2.